Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.
Today on the Doc on the Run podcast, we're talking about running allergies and injury recovery. Have you ever been to the doctor and heard this? You must be allergic to running because you get injured every time you go running. Every time you get back to running, you get injured again. Maybe it's an allergy. Maybe you need to quit running. Now, this is a really common approach from most physicians, but the other day I was having a very interesting discussion with somebody who was going through one of the courses, called me for a consultation, and when we were talking about how to get back to running and how to just go for a run, we were talking about this approach of the safest way possible to get your running fitness back and return to running without just sitting around waiting. And part of that entails, really simply put, to actually just remove all of the activity until you don't get any stress and strain, and not just wait for something like an x-ray or an MRI result or something else, but figure out what it takes to remove the pain and then start adding activities one at a time. And she, actually being in healthcare, said, well, this is the approach that we use with food allergies. She said, and I'd never heard of this, and she said, what we do is we actually stop everything. We actually stop all food, basically give you rice and water because pretty much nobody's allergic to rice. So you get started on literally a diet of straight water and rice. And then one at a time, a different type of food is added to the diet to see if you react and if this is actually something you're allergic to. And so because you're adding things one at a time, you're able to figure out what the thing is that's causing the most trouble. And this is exactly the approach you should be taking if you have a running injury and you're trying to actually get your activity level up and your fitness back. You just have to identify the things that are causing stress and strain to the injured tissue, and then don't do that thing. Do other things instead. In the Fast Track Challenge, we just walk you through all of these different approaches and different ways you can try exercises to maintain your running fitness while you get back to running. But if you got a running injury, it doesn't mean you're allergic to running. It just means you've been making some little mistakes that are actually causing trouble again and again. So you've got to be systematic about it. You've got to figure out what you can do to decrease the stress and strain to that tissue and increase your activity at the same time. Now, if you like this episode, please like it, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next training.
Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.